Welcome back. So if you've been following along, today is going to be yet another project for my baby girl's first birthday. So where we're at right now, we're gonna fast forward a bit. If you've been watching along, I did give birth to my second baby girl, Celia. She is now 8 or 9 days old. What's today? Today's Wednesday. She's 9 days old now. So everything's been a bit crazy and hectic. I had to go back to the hospital at one point. So there's just been a lot. I've been needing to take it easy. So I haven't been able to do as much as I wanted. I haven't even uploaded a YouTube video in I don't know how long, but I have like, I don't know, 10, 15 videos filmed, just unedited. So I had a lot of work on my plate, but plus having, you know, a 1-year-old and a 9-day-old. But here we are. So Atlanta's birthday was last Sunday. Today is Wednesday, but her party isn't until this Sunday. The reason for that is because, you know, with me, you know, not knowing exactly when I was going to give birth, I wanted to make sure that I'd be home and be able to finish everything in time for her party. So her party is this Sunday, which actually happens to be my birthday. Random. Atlanta's birthday is March 21st. Celia's birthday is March 15th, and then my birthday is March 28th. Not to mention my mom's birthday is March 18th, so March just got to be a very busy month all of a sudden. So here we are. I'm getting ready for her party. I have a couple days left. I finished a lot of the projects. Hopefully you've been able to follow along with the videos. So today's video will be making balloon columns because we're decorating the garage, because again it's going to be like a drive-by birthday party because of COVID. So this is what we're making today, and I'm going to show you step by step and kind of speed up some of the videos so you see how it goes. So I'll show you what the whole thing looks like. So there we have it. Again, her birthday is Cocomelon themes because that is her favorite show. That is her entire world. So everything is kind of like rainbow colors. So that's why this is one balloon column, and there will be another one on the other side of the garage. So in order to complete this project, we will need a number of supplies. It all depends on your level of skill when it comes to like your experience with balloons. Also depends on how much you want to invest. Might make it easier. So one thing that we invested in, because my sister and I want to add balloons to our party business. We invested in these. I almost knocked over my tower, my balloon tower. This was a 2-pack set. We purchased on Amazon. I'll put the link down below. I'm just messing up left and right. So this is like the stand. It's like a stand. This pops off, and then you can fill this up with water or sand to make it a little bit more stable. I'm going to do that on Sunday right before the party. And then there's just these tubes you connect together, and basically you fill it up with balloons. You don't need this. You can also do it with like those long skinny balloons. You can do it with fishing line. You can do it with curling ribbon, whatever you have. There's different videos out there that'll show you how to do different ways. Just because I don't have so much time on my hands at this point, I'm going to use this guy. I also have here my Lifesaver, which is my go-to electric balloon pump. You can get this on Amazon as well. I'll put the link down below. It was literally like 20 bucks on Amazon. You can also do a hand pump. It's going to take you a lot longer. I recommend the electric pump, but you know, it's all about your budget and what you're able to do. You can make things work however you want to. You can blow it up by air with your mouth. That's going to take you a long time, even with good lungs. And when it comes to the big balloon on top, if that's what you want to do, if you want to put a big balloon on top, which that big purple one happens to be like a 36-inch, like a 3-foot balloon, definitely don't do that one by mouth. You have to do at least a hand pump on that one. So what I also have here is a balloon sizer. Again, we got this on Amazon. Again, this was like maybe 10 bucks. You don't need this, but if you want to do a lot more like balloon arrangements for your kids' parties or holidays, events, things like that, for me it's worth it to invest 10 bucks, and I have this. Otherwise, you can make it yourself with some cardboard or some cardstock, measure it out, make your circle, cut it, boom, shebang, you got it. But for us, this makes it a lot easier because, like, for example, on this side, this is an 8-inch balloon, 6-inch, 7-inch. Here you got like a 2-inch, 4, 3, and 5, 9-inch, and a 10-inch on the other side. So there's a lot of different options. It's very important. And so back in the day when I used to try and do balloon arrangements and on my own, and I used to fail miserably, and I wondered, like, why can't I do this? It's just balloons. The number one thing that I was missing was the fact that you have to make sure your balloons are sized correctly. Because if you want them to all look uniform, but then they're different sizes, it's going to look like crap. Especially for something like a balloon tower. And even with this, or balloon column, even with this, they're not all perfect. They're not. I'm a human being, right? And my sister and I did this one. I'm going to do the next one by myself right now to show you on camera. But as close as you can get to being the right size is going to make it look so much better. Now, unless you're doing something like a balloon garland and you need different sizes, that video will be coming up soon. Then it's different. Then you don't need to have exact sizes. But something like this where you want it to look uniform, you want it to look straight in a tower, you want your balloons to be as close as possible to the right size, what you're going for. Another big thing is you always want to not, how should I say this? Don't inflate your balloons all the way. Okay, for example, that big giant purple balloon is a 36-inch balloon, a 3-footer. That is not blown up to 3 feet. When you blow up a balloon to its actual size, it doesn't look good. Especially when it comes to like these regular balloons, because these regular balloons will always look more oval. You know, they have that like elongated shape. But you want your, like when you want to do a nice balloon arrangement, you want your balloons to look more round, like a ball, because that's what makes the arrangement look so much better. So I'll show you that. So these balloons, like I have a lot of like the higher quality balloons, what we call like the number one kind of brands is Qualitex. So I have a lot of those back there, but those aren't like, you can't just usually go to the store and pick them up, at least not in my area. I don't know of any store where I can just go pick them up in person. They are a lot more expensive, but they're really good balloons. High quality latex balloons, you know. So I have to order them online. So with everything else I had going on with this party, I decided not to go with Qualitex. So I just went to Party City and I purchased these balloons. So these are, I guess, just Party City brand. They are latex balloons and they are helium quality. These are 12-inch balloons. So it'll always tell you on the bag how big the balloons are. These are 12-inch balloons, but I'm actually only filling them up to 9 inches. So I'm getting my handy dandy balloon sizer. There's my 9-inch side, and that's the size. That's how I'm going to size them. And for the record, this is the giant 36-inch balloon. It looks like a whoopee cushion, I swear. So you see how wide that neck is? Don't do that. Don't blow that up. I have asthma. I would never attempt that. But even if you don't have asthma, don't do that. So first I'm going to show you how to properly fill up a balloon and size it. And then form what we call duplets. And then I'll go through and show you how to actually put it together on the column. So first things first. Red balloon. Okay. So there are 2 sides. You can technically fill up 2 balloons at once. You have to be a lot more coordinated for that, to be honest. Like I can do it sometimes, but sometimes it just gets to be a bit much. So it's just, I can go a lot faster if I just do one at a time. So this is plugged in, it's turned on. All you have to do is go like this. Kind of like press it and it starts to inflate. So we're gonna inflate this. And see what I mean by like the elongated oval shape? So you're holding this closed, it's not tied yet. Here's my 9-inch side, and what I'm going to do is push this through and deflate it, and just until the point where it fits through the hole, and that's how I know it's 9 inches. Boom. And you see it's more round ball looking. So I hold this closed. Now, the duplet means 2 balloons across from each other. For this column, the colors that I'm doing, because I want it to be like a rainbow spiral, I'm doing red with yellow. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the yellow balloon. And I'm taking care not to let go of the red. So now I'm going to tie these 2 together. So you could tie them each individually and then tie them together. I found that it gets to be a mess sometimes when if I need to like take them apart for any reason. And then sometimes you just get too much like knots going on. So it's easier if you do it this way. So basically you're tying them together like you're tying shoes. One over the other. And then you kind of want to flip one balloon around, usually the one on the right, and it gives you extra leverage in your knot. And then you go ahead and tie your knot. So it kind of like in one go gives you a double knot. See what I mean? So that's what you call a duplet. So for this design, I'm going to do the same thing with the green and blue. So now you have 2 duplets, 4 balloons. Okay, your next step, once you have 2 duplets, is you're going to create a quad from them. So these are tied together. Basically all you're going to do is put them together. So you're just laying one quad on top of, or one duplet on top of the other. And then you're just going to kind of twist them around a little bit so they kind of stay together. So I'm just going to twist this one over this one over this one. And let me get my finger out of the way. And then remember, I want the red and the yellow across from each other and the green and the blue across from each other. So I just have to twist one more time. To get that. In the middle, you'll see it's kind of like a big mess, and that's okay. That's how you want it. And then if you let it go, it kind of like automatically forms almost like a pyramid. That's fine. Basically, the easiest way to go about this is just to make all the balloons that you need, make your duplets, then afterwards form your quads and just kind of throw them on the floor. Make sure your floor is clean because balloons are extra staticky and they will pick up everything that's on the floor. Everything, and it'll just be like dust and glitter, especially if you're in my office here, glitter everywhere. So it's good to try to figure out how many balloons you need. It'll help you plan too, especially if you're doing a pattern with the colors. So my balloon stands are, I believe, 4 feet tall. Yeah, they're 4 feet tall, and a basic rule of thumb is if you're kind of doing like 9-inch balloons like I am here, you kind of need 8 balloons for every foot that you go up. So think each layer is a quad, is 4 balloons. So you need 2 layers, which will then be 8 balloons for every foot. So since I'm going up 4 feet, then I need 8 layers. And then in each layer there are 4 balloons. So 8 times 4 is 32. So I need approximately 32 balloons. So since I'm doing a different color out of the 4, so out of my quad, everyone is a different color. There's 4 different colors, right? So I know if I'm doing 8 layers, I need 8 of each balloon. So I kind of like set them all aside, like 8 reds, 8 yellows, 8 green, 8 blue, like that. So depending on what design you're going to do, like maybe you're going to do a design where you need 2 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green, if that's what you want to do. Then you know instead of 8, then you need 16 red, 8 green, and 8 yellow, in order to get 4 feet. It's a basic rule of thumb. It doesn't always work, but it's a good way to at least try. Okay, so now that let's pretend I have all my quads formed, which I don't. I have 2, just so I can show you how to attach them to the pole the easiest way. We're going to use fishing wire. This is, again, on Amazon. Link will be down below. It's just fishing wire. I don't fish. I don't know what kind of fishing wire I need. It's just lightweight. This is 8-pound fishing wire, and there's 1,700 yards. It works. There might be some better fishing line to use out there, but this is what I got. So I'm going to show you how to attach these 2 layers, and then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of mass produce, and then just start filling up all my balloons, making all my duplets, then making all my quads, then attaching them all to my column, and then at the end I'll show you how to attach the big purple balloon at the end. Okay? So, take off some of your fishing wire, leave it on the spool, and just leave it there, because you can pull from it. So you see here I have 2 quads. Now, like again, they form like this little pyramid, but when you put them on here, they're going to flatten out, especially once you apply your fishing line. So, again, I want red and yellow across from each other, and green and blue across from each other. So I'm just going to flatten them out and just slide the column in between 2 balloons, like so, and apply some pressure, and then they'll stay down. Next, I'll take my fishing wire, and basically I'm just going to figure 8 it all around. I'm not tying any knots. I'm just doing a figure 8 all around. So I can go like this. And then like this. There's no true method to the madness as long as you're doing like a figure 8 and you're just kind of going around as much as you can. I even did overkill. You didn't have to do that much. So now your fishing line is still here. Let it go for now. Grab your next quad. That blue really shrunk down. I probably didn't tie it good enough. I should replace it. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to flatten this out how I need it. Again, red across from yellow. Blue across from green. I can't get down with this. I'm sorry. I will be right back. Okay. This is better. So now I want to make sure that I'm following the pattern because I want it to have that nice spiral look. So if this red is here, I need the next red to be here. So they're not going to lay exactly on top of each other. They're going to lay nestled. So the next layer, instead of laying right on top here, the balloon's going to lay nestled in the cracks. So if this red is here, I want it to spiral up. I want the next red to be here, and then so on and so forth. So I'm going to, so I made a mistake. Red and yellow are across from each other, and then green needs to be next to red on the right hand side of I'm just kidding. In my other one I did it the opposite way. So actually this one is wrong on the bottom and this one is correct. Okay, so this is the correct way. And one thing I didn't do is tie it to the pole, which worked out for me now because I was able to take it off. But what you should do is also tie this to the pole. Okay, so now when I put my next layer, I want it to look exactly in the same order. So red, blue, yellow, green. Red, blue, yellow, green. And again, this red is going to nestle right here. Like so. You want to put some pressure down so that it doesn't go too high up. And now you want to figure 8 it as well, using both layers. And the pole. So that it doesn't slide off the pole. Okay, and from here you can continue doing the same things, the same pattern all the way up. So I'm going to do that and just speed it up.
No te deseo el mal, pero ojalá se te escape mi nombre. Cuando lo hagas, baby, no te asombres. Yeah. Los dos sabemos que no me mereces. Yeah, lo sé. Yo perdí mi tiempo, yeah. Y tú alguien que te amaba. Es que eso no lo entiendo, yeah. Si es que Judas me besaba, no sé qué imaginar, yeah. Que me iba a virar, yeah. Es que tan falsa te siento, yeah. Como cosa comida en China, yeah, yeah. Aprendí mi soledad, no de las mujeres. Fingir que no te hirió, eso doble duele. Es como siendo un sol viviendo en la nieve. Esto es un juego y nada más. Si falla ella, perdemos dos sin hacer yo nada. Baby, es que ya está. Fuiste muy bella, pero por dentro no tenías nada. Por eso yo no espero nada de nadie, pero todo es mi amor. Ya no. Baby, yo te voy a ser muy honesto. No te quiero aquí, ya no. Ya no. Yo perdí mi tiempo, yeah. Y tú alguien que te amaba. Es que eso no lo entiendo, yeah. Si es que duda me besaba, no sé qué imaginar, yeah. Que me iba a virar, yeah. Es que tan falsa te siento, yeah. Como cosa comida en China, yeah, yeah. Ya lo pagué caro, por algo tan barato hay que descaro. No, no, ya no importa nada de eso. Lo importante es estar en el proceso. Creyendo que el amor es un embuste. Me volví ateo porque creía en usted. Espero que el karma a ti te guste y si no que te asuste. Por eso yo no espero nada de nadie, pero todo es mi amor. Ya no. Baby, yo te voy a ser muy honesto. No te quiero aquí, ya no.
Okay, so now that the rest of the balloon coloring is done, the last step is the giant balloon on top. So again, don't fill this up by mouth. I'm gonna use my machine. You can also use a hand pump. You're gonna use the same technique. Now, I don't have a sizer this big. You can make a sizer. I'm gonna just kind of eyeball it. It's literally just drive-by birthday parties for 1 hour. So if the two purple balloons up top don't exactly match, I'm okay with that. They're just going in the garage. So I am going to use my balloon inflator, and I'm going to use a rubber band. This is a huge rubber band. If you use a smaller one, like the little ones like you put in baby's hair, that would be a lot easier. I don't have one on me right now, so I'm just going to use this big one. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mouth of the balloon over the nozzle and then kind of bend it around and keep it close tight. Because obviously the mouth of this balloon is way bigger, as you can see, than the nozzle. So I'm going to take it, pinch it, and hold it tight around. I'm going to compare it a little bit to that size so I can just like let some air go so they can be somewhat equal. Okay. I'm going to take the rubber band and just tie it around until it's pinched shut. And since this is a big rubber band, it's going to take a lot of tying. Except I just broke it, so I need a new one. Okay, so to attach it, I'm going to use a long skinny balloon. I believe this is a 210. And I'm going to tie it to the middle. To the middle of the balloon knot. I'm going to make sure to double knot it. Now I'm not inflating this balloon. It's just there because it's nice and stretchy and it works well when attaching. These balloons work very well when attaching to other balloons. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and put this in the middle of the top and feed these through the other balloons. And figure 8 once again. Once you've done that, you can let go and it'll stay. So here we have it, 2 balloon columns.